In the latest move that has shocked the world, the Taliban has introduced a new and disturbing decree, banning windows in public spaces to prevent women's exposure. Yes, you heard that right. The very windows that allow people to see the outside world, that let in the light and offer a glimpse of freedom, are now being covered up in Afghanistan. But what is behind this shocking decision? And what does it say about the regime's growing control over women's rights? This new ban, enforced in some of Kabul's public spaces, is part of the Taliban's ongoing crackdown on women's rights since they regained power in Afghanistan. Over the past couple of years, the Taliban has been systematically restricting women's freedoms, banning them from attending school, talking in public, working in most sectors, and limiting their movements. But now, they've set their sights on something as simple, as basic, as windows. According to the Taliban, the reasoning behind this move is to protect women from exposure, meaning to stop them from being seen by men in public spaces. In their view, these windows are a threat to their interpretation of modesty and Islamic law. While the rest of the world can hardly fathom the logic behind such a ban, it reflects the broader restrictions the Taliban has imposed on women's visibility and freedoms. But this isn't just about windows, this is about control. Control over how women dress, how they behave, and how they're allowed to move through the world. This latest action highlights how far the regime is willing to go in its attempt to keep women confined, not just physically, but now, visually. Think about it. Windows are a symbol of connection to the world outside. They let light in. They let people see what's going on. They offer a view of possibilities. But for the Taliban, these same windows are dangerous because they threaten to reveal something they can't control. And in their eyes, a woman seen is a woman exposed. A symbol of defiance, of independence, and of agency. So now, instead of gazing out into the world, Afghan women are being forced to live in the shadows, hidden from view. This is a stark reminder of how quickly freedom can be stripped away when oppressive regimes take hold. But it's also a wake-up call for the international community, because these measures aren't just affecting women in Afghanistan, they're sending a chilling message about the lengths to which the Taliban will go to erode basic human rights. The sad truth is that this ban is just the latest chapter in the Taliban's campaign to erase women from the public sphere. It's a world where women can't speak out, where their presence is erased from the streets, the offices, the classrooms, and even now, the very windows that should symbolize the light of the world beyond. But here's the thing. The world is watching. And while the Taliban may try to silence women in Afghanistan, the voices from the global community won't stay quiet. Women's rights activists, global organizations, and everyday people are speaking up, and they will continue to raise awareness. This is a call to action, to stand with Afghan women in the face of these brutal policies, and to challenge the Taliban's vision of a world where half the population is hidden behind walls, windows, and silence. So, what do you think? Does this ban go too far? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think there's any hope for change in Afghanistan? Or is this the new reality for women under Taliban rule? Let's talk about it. And don't forget to subscribe for more updates on the ongoing situation in Afghanistan and around the world.